My name is Lorenzo. I'm an old fellow. I'm a writer. I've written various movie things, also the Batman television series, and I've had many adventures in war and peace.
I'm Marcia. I'm a film producer now, but before that I've had 15 different jobs, and I consider being fired from them a mark of honor.
Movies. I saw Superbad this week, finally, and I see why. It is foul beyond description. I thought I was inured to hard language and talks of body parts, one particular body part, and it is really a vile movie. But on the other hand, it's a good movie, and the reason is that it is a totally honest imagination of what sex is like to a teenager, in which they're obsessed with it, but they don't really know what it's going to be like, and they're scared to death of performance.
It is vulgar, very hostile to women.
It's not hostile to women at all.
I found it so. I found the language beyond anything.
I said
I don't know. We don't have to hear that word 500 times.
Which word?
Fuck.
That's not the word they use all the time in that thing.
Well, they use shit.
That's not the word. Everybody uses that. The word that's dominant in that movie is penis.
Well, penis is a perfectly good word.
It is not a perfectly good word. It is more vulgar. Everybody says...
There was one good scene in the movie, is when he tries to pretend to be a singer with those hoodlums, that party they wander into.
Well, the famous stain scene is, I consider, absolutely brilliant, in the sense...
What do you mean, where she's menstruating and she's on his pants?
Yes, this is, I can imagine nothing more icky, ew, horrors to anybody, even, I mean, to a teenager, the idea, these body things are unmentionable.
Well, you know, it's interesting.
And to suddenly look down and have, as he said, period blood, oh God, I got period blood on me, would be the ultimate horror to a teenage boy.
Well, to make a point, when we shot Carrie, the one scene that is in the movie is that they make fun of her when she's menstruating in the shower scene. And that was in the book, in the script. And the endless discussions were now 20 years ago, whether that would even be permitted in the movie, right? Was that the idea of menstruation, blood, etc. So I found that we've gone a long way.
A great deal of the movie has to do with a kid who compulsively draws pictures of a penis, which I might say had the audience, for reasons I don't understand, roaring and falling in the aisles.
They were wonderful. They were wonderful. They were really funny. Because a penis was everything, right? It could be a driver of an aeroplane, and they're brilliant. The drawings are fabulous.
To me, the drawings were wretched. Wretched as art and as concept.
And then that fake ending scene where he looks back at him as if they were friends, or whether is it homoerotic? What is it about? I don't think there's any message in the movie. I mean, should a movie have a message? Should it say it's very honest and very truthful? But I don't think you come out feeling...
I'm with Sam Goldwyn, you know, as you know.
Which was? If you want to send them
go to Western Union.
Yes.
Send a telegram
right.
if you have a message. But again, the movie to me, as I repeat for about the fourth time, in its honesty, is that they just took... I thought Mr. Apatow and people just took the most uninhibited view. What would be the nightmare and dream of a sex-obsessed teenager?
Which is what they are. Boys are obsessed.
They showed that with no sugarcoating on it. I mean, it's beyond, as I say, the famous stain scene is...
And they talk about girls blowing them, right? Which I gather seems to be some new common thing that's not really sex.
It's not sex.
I don't believe that. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I think it's really offensive. And I'm not easily offended. I live in Hollywood.
I think you're very easily offended from this discussion. I'm surprised. I had to think about it afterwards before I liked it so much. I'd say that. At the time, I didn't really I appreciated part of it. I laughed at some of it. There's some unbelievably funny scenes.
You know, it would be interesting to have a thing with Andy Hardy. That was his age, right? What's that, 50 years ago now?
More than that, but anyway.
Is to see what picture that celebrates coming of age for young people without it being this coming of age.
But
I mean, these boys are 1 year away
Andy
from going.
Hardy never came of age. That was the whole point of the series.
I know, but what? I can't even think of a movie or a book or anything that said that they were complicated. I guess Holden Caulfield.
I was about to say that.
That's the only thing. That's the only thing. And that was it was honest, right?
No. That's, I would agree with many critics now, say the most overrated book of the century.
I don't think so, Lorenzo.
I think the most overrated book of the century.
I had friends who would not let their 15-year-old read the book.
That's a comment on your friends, not on the book.
No, it was a comment on the time.
Would you tell people to see it?
I don't recommend it.
I recommend it. I get 2 toes up, 1 foot up. I get
No, 1 penis up.
Oh, stop.
And 1 penis down.
And this is the person who objects to the...
Well, those are real words.
But you don't use them in my house.
Please.